Hello everybody and welcome back to another one of my videos. Today I'm going to be showing you the second part of our sweet potatoes. The video is called Can You Grow Sweet Potatoes in the UK, which I've been successful with doing it, so this is going to be the second part of that process. As you can see, the last time I showed you me picking off the sweet potatoes and then putting them in water, and when you do that you're going to find that nearly every other day, sometimes every day, you're going to be topping up the water. This was just topped up yesterday. You can see how much water they drink. They take a lot of water on board, so they're, like I said, they're very hungry plants for water. So these have been in there for a week and a half now, and that's the root system what you got. Some of them I just recently picked, so they won't have any roots, but you can see that most of them's got the root system on them already after just a week and a half. So as you can see, I've got quite a lot here, so I'm going to be giving some away like I usually do. So the ones with the big root systems, the one with the small root systems like that, you put them back in the water so that they can get a bit more. See, these ones I've just picked about 2 days ago. You can see they've already sprouted. So it's the earlier ones what I'm looking for. It's got the root systems like that. That's the ones what you want to be aiming for. So you can see these ones are a week and a half and they've got their root system on it already. So these ones what's got the smaller root system, I'll just put them back in the water so they can get a bit bigger root system to them. So you can see, and as you can see, while you pick it all the way down, you can see, I don't know if I can bring in the camera a bit more. As you can see, if you leave all the leaves on, what happens is the roots start coming from each root, from each leaf. You get the roots coming out the sides of each root. As you can see with this one, you can see the root system's already starting to develop the redness of where you're going to get your sweet potatoes from. So that's why I'll do them that way. Didn't realise I had so many. Right, like I said, that's the longest one. You can see that's got a good root system on it, and you can see the redness of the sweet potatoes coming in. And if you pick like this leaf off and the water came up to that level, then you will get root systems from that as well. So these are the ones what I just picked yesterday, and as you can see where the root system starting to sprout from that leaf system there. So what you do, you just pick that off there. You pick this one off here as well, so that gives you your root system when you put them back in the water. This might look like a lot, but I've still got quite a few what's on the main bulbs. You can see it's just a couple of days old, and as soon as they hit the water, I've got mine on the windowsill, so I don't know if it's the heat from the radiators or what, but they seem to be growing a lot faster this year. So I've got those in the water. So those are the ones what, these are the ones what I'm going to put on, and these are the ones what I'm going to just let grow on. If any of my subscribers are living near to Luton or anything and you want a couple of them, just leave a comment in the comment section. I'll see if I can get them to you somehow, or if you can come and pick them up from me. Right, so I'm going to move this camera around to the other side and show you what I'm going to be doing. Right, so I've got my pots, which you need quite a good sized pot. You don't need a small one, you need like a medium sized one, so that you can get the root to expand more into the pot. And into here I've got my compost. I've got some compost and I've put some farmyard manure in there. I'm going to put a little bit of Epsom salt in there, that's just to keep it all looking nice and green. I'm going to put some fish blood and bone in there as well. And I'm going to put that handful of chicken manure pellets, maybe a little bit more. And then I'm going to just stir that in. Any green bits in there, then I'll take them out. Right, so I'm going to bring back down the cameras. Right, so I've got a pot. I'm going to put a little bit in the bottom. So you don't want it too much. Right. I've got our sweet potato there. I'll do this without the gloves, I think it'd be a bit easier for you to see. Right, so I've got that root system there, so that leaf there, I'm going to just break that off there, and that's our plant. Right, so when I plant them, because even when I plant the main plant in the bucket, the plant is going to be planted at an angle like that. So when I put them in this dirt now, they're at a slight angle, and then I'm just going to top that up. As you can see, just press the dirt down, not too, you don't want the dirt too tight on it. So these are going to be out for about another till the end of the month, so I think we've got about another 3 to 4 weeks. So these are going to go in my conservatory so that they keep nice and warm. I haven't got no more space on the windowsill for them, so that's how they're going to be. So I've got this big one to do. Don't need to pick, there's nothing to pick off of that one, so if you want you can pick that leaf, bottom leaf off of there, And everybody keeps saying, why am I keep throwing away these leaves when you can eat them? But I've never tried it, so I don't know if I will. I keep saying I'm going to try it, but I don't know if I will. So you don't want to put too much dirt into the pot. You need a space for the root to develop, so you can see got all these little flies from the farmyard manure, so just excuse me a little bit there. Just going to top that up. So once you've got these in your greenhouse or your conservatory or wherever you're going to put them, keep an eye on them for the dryness, because you're still going to need them, the roots wet. So if you want to, you can even put a little bit more blood and bone around the root system. So this is there, so you just want to nip off those 2 leaves and you've got your plant. How long would they be out? These will be out till round about the beginning of October, the 2nd week. Well, you can always tell, because once they start running over here, you can see when they're starting to lose the greenness. So that's telling you that you've got something underneath there. But with them, you're going to have to make sure that you've got the warmest spot in your garden, full sun. It's best to put them behind another big pot or something where the heat is going to be contained around the pot. Let me just get this basket so I can put them in case they decide to go for a walk. And this is 2 varieties of sweet potato. This is 2 purple ones. Last year I tried the white one and it was successful in a way, but I wouldn't plant it again because all it gave off, you got the potatoes and then you had to go, it gave off just too many roots, like the whole tub was full with roots, and the purple one you just get the potatoes and a little bit of the root system. But with the white one, it's not something that I would attempt again. I just didn't see it as being I don't know what the word I would use for it. I wouldn't see it as being very successful. Although I got potatoes from it, but I wouldn't do it again. It was just pure root ball systems, and then you got the potatoes in between, which I thought was a bit too much, so that's why I haven't done the white ones again this year. So I'm going I think it was last year I tried a bit of yam head as well over here, but I don't think it got enough heat. See where to do this one. If this one's got like a double stem. And had a double stem on it, so yeah, as I was saying with the yam head, it grew to some extent, but it didn't have leaves or anything, and the root system was alive for quite a while, but I don't think it had enough heat for hope over here. And sometimes you go to your greengrocers and you, like, if I go out to my local shop, you'll actually see that yam heads have got the roots, and they've got quite a nice root system on them as well. So I thought, why not give it a try? But you live and learn. Like I was saying, with gardening, it's something that I've just learnt myself. I didn't used to do it before, but now I find it relaxing. Right, so that's 6 of them. So I'm going to carry on with this, and then when I've finished I'll show you what they look like. So I'll see you back in a minute. Right everybody, so these are the ones that I've potted up so far. I've got 9 out of that lot. I've still got about another lot in there, and like I said, I've still got some what I've got to pick off to put in the water, but I'm going to change that water. So remember, you've got to change the water as well, what's in your jar, like every 2 weeks or so that use slightly lukewarm water, not too warm, just so that you don't shock the plants. Right, so now I'm just going to give these a squirting of water. I'm going to put them in my conservatory. I'm going to be watering these every other day, or when you see them get dry. As I was saying, with sweet potato, you will see when they need watering. They're a really hungry plant for water at the beginning. once you plant them out and they start to run, then you know you don't have to worry so much. Then it's like every 3 days watering, or whenever you just water them. So if there's anything what you want to ask me about them, then please leave it in the comment section. Like I'm saying, I'm not an expert on them like some growers, but like in the UK I managed to get sweet potatoes, so just by following other methods and then trying it myself, but adapting it to try a different way of doing it. So I'm just going to water these in. I'm just going to get them a bit more water and then I'll get back to you. Right everybody, so I've got these watered in, so I'm going to just put these inside. Just making sure I give them a good water in to start off with, and I'm going to put these a bit high up in my conservatory so that they get the full heat. Right, so once I've put these inside, then I'm just going to come back and show you what's happening with my other potatoes, what I planted from one of my first videos, because some people are asking about that. As you know, I was saying with the potatoes, I don't have a lot of success with them, especially last year, so I planted them again this year. I put them in a different position, and I'm saying if I don't have no luck with them this year, then I'm not doing them again, because it's just taking up space and wasting time in the garden when I could be planting other things. So I'm going to show you what's happening with those in a minute. I think it's been about 2 weeks or so since I planted them, so I'm going to show you what's going on in a minute. Right, so these are my ordinary potatoes now. As you can see, bucket 1, nothing's come through yet. Bucket number 2, you can see them starting to come out. And bucket number 3, they're starting to come out as well. My onions and my garlic, you can just about see a few little sprouts starting to come through now. My potato, bucket number 4, nothing's happening in that one yet. Bucket 5, nothing's happening. Well, you can just see some coming through now. But I don't know why it's coming through like that, because it's coming through white, and it should be the leaves what's coming up, so I have to keep an eye on that one. And then the big one, it's just starting to, I can start to see a couple what's coming out. So that's how my potatoes are doing at the moment. I've still got some other stuff to plant up, so as you can see, I've cleared up the garden a bit more and I've put things in their position. I've still just got stuff to move around, and then we're on with the gardening for the year. I've got a teepee to build up in this tub, but I just use it to put my plants and everything at the moment, but I'm going to build like a 6-foot teepee to put I've got my French beans to put in there. I've still got my beetroot and some other plants to plant out, but I've got to finish my other side of the gardening, and once I've done that, everything should be coming along nicely. So I hope you all enjoy this one. Please remember to like, share and subscribe, and tell a friend to tell another friend. Please don't just watch and not subscribe, because we're going to try and keep these regular. I'm just an ordinary gardener, so I know a lot of you are just ordinary gardeners and you're just doing your thing. That's what I'm doing, but I'm just filming it as I go along. So please subscribe to the channel so we can build it up a bit more. And thank you all for watching, and I will see you on the second one, which will on the third one, which will be when I'm potting out the sweet potatoes, which will be in about 3 weeks time. When the weather changes and gets a bit more hot, then I can put those in the deep pots and they're ready to start running for the year. So thanks for watching, and see you all on the next one. Take care.